silly. Cabot's perfectly safe in his crib.
Not to mention there's an armed guard posted at your door.
Yeah, I'm being irrational. I understand that. But I'm not, really, because Cabot's disappeared before.
Cabot's not going to disappear.
But now that Jordan knows that he's Cabot's father...
You're the mother.
By adoption. And if Jordan challenges that in court, I won't even have that.
Yeah, but if you don't panic and you remain calm and Jordan gets to see Cabot whenever he wants to, I don't see any reason why Jordan would challenge the adoptive agreement.
You didn't see what I saw. Jennifer and Jordan are bonding. He could take Cabot, he could marry Jennifer, ride off into the sunset with the court's blessing, perfect little nuclear family. I can't compete with that.
You don't have to. You don't have to compete with any of it.
When I came home last night, Jennifer was holding Cabot. She fed him, she changed him. If I hadn't come home when I did, she'd be rocking him to sleep.
Well, so what? Come on, all that proves is that Jordan doesn't have a clue.
Exactly. He needs Jennifer to learn how to take care of the baby. They like each other. What's to stop him from marrying her and taking
Jordan
Cabot?
Jordan is not gonna marry Jennifer.
How do you know that? Have you seen them together?
Take my word for it.
You know something. You know something. Tell me. Hey, if you know something that would prevent Jordan from marrying your sister, you have to tell me.
Well, for one thing, my mother would never allow it. We all know how lethal my mother can be when she doesn't approve of a fiancé.
I thought she liked Jordan.
Well, as an employee, yeah, but not as a son-in-law. I mean, after marrying you and fathering a child he doesn't even remember, and what mother would encourage that relationship?
Yeah, okay. You have a point, but I don't think it would discourage Jennifer. Or Jordan, if he wants full custody. All he has to do is marry her, and that seals the deal. There's something else. Tell me, please.
I have a few thoughts, but I can't back any of it up.
Come on, if you know something, you have to tell me. You have to, okay? I know there's no guarantees. I just need it. I need something. I need a little hope. Please.
I have a suspicion that James might be more involved in this than we think, but...
What do you mean more involved?
Well, it's like I said, it's just a feeling. I don't have any proof. Look, I don't really want to talk to you about this until I have confirmation. The last thing I want is for you to be alarmed.
I'm not alarmed.
Rosanna, really, I shouldn't have said anything.
But you did.
Okay. Miss, like I said, I would prefer to have this conversation after I've confirmed a few things, but I'll tell you my half-baked idea if you really want to know, but are you ready to hear this?
I want to know. I want to know exactly what you're thinking, good or bad.
There's a chance that Jordan might be James's son. If that's true, James is going to do anything he can to protect his interests. I shouldn't have said anything. Look, I'm probably wrong, okay? I get very paranoid, especially when it comes to my father. You just have to ignore me.
I knew there was a reason that Stenbeck wanted me to marry Jordan, but I completely missed the obvious.
No, you don't know. Look, this is my father. This could all be random.
It's not. Think about it. If Jordan is Cabot's father, which he is, and if you're right, oh my God, Cabot is Stenbeck's grandson.
Not Cabot's fault.
Of course not, but we both know what that means. Stenbeck will do anything to protect him.
Look, okay, James wouldn't set all this up just to have Jordan take it apart. And for whatever reason, he wants you and Jordan to both be Cabot's parents. Don't forget, he deliberately picked you to be Cabot's mother.
I'm supposed to be flattered by this?
I don't know about that, but look, what I'm saying is that I think you're on pretty secure footing here. All right, don't get ahead of yourself. Now, have your investigators turned anything up about Jordan? Have the lawyers figured out some way out of this adoptive agreement?
No and no.
All right, well, let me know when... Yeah. Let me know when they do.
Okay. You let me know when you know anything, okay?
Of course.
Hey. If this is true, if you're right, Cabot's gonna need me more than ever.
Yes, he will.
We're too late.
Too late for what?
He's in there. He spent the night.
Oh. okay.
No, it's not okay. It's not okay because she could be his sister.
Just calm down,
I could
right?
kill James.
You don't know everything yet. There could be no connection, none at all.
Really? Then why the lock of hair? The picture, the clues that James has sent me.
So that this would happen, so that you would completely freak out. And look at you, playing right into James' hands.
You're right. It's just the shock of seeing them together.
Well, I can imagine. Look, what's done is done. We can't do anything about it. You well enough to travel? Because I need your help.
Where are we going?
Why don't you get dressed? I'll tell you on the way to the airport.
So, are you going to tell me where we're going?
Here.
Well, this is the photo that James
Right,
sent me.
taken there at Our Lady of Mercy Home for Children.
Right.
I went online. I found it. I talked to the receptionist this morning.
Where is it?
Buffalo. I already filed a flight plan.
Well, let's just hope someone there remembers Jordan Sinclair.
Let's hope someone there remembers James Stenbeck. This is my mom. This is Barbara Ryan.
Nice to meet you.
Your sister, Angelica. It's fine if you call me sister.
Oh, thank you, sister.
I wonder if we might ask you a few questions about a former resident, I guess is what you'd call a guest here at the orphanage.
Yes. I received the message. You want information about Jordan Sinclair?
Yeah, he's a friend of mine. Well, a friend of ours. He works for our company.
I'm afraid I have to ask, what is it you want to know that you can't ask Jordan himself?
It's a little complicated.
I'm sure. But you should know that I'm obliged to protect any child who has been in charge here.
There's a very strong possibility that I might be Jordan's mother. Now, is that reason enough for you?
Mind at rest, Miss Ryan. You couldn't possibly be Jordan's mother. His mother was killed, sadly enough, which was why he was brought to us.
But that's a lie.
Okay.
That's why we're
Mom,
here.
she's a little upset. Look, if you really want to put her mind at rest, then maybe you could fill us in on some of Jordan's background.
Well, the night he arrived here, I was only just starting myself. Jordan was my first admission.
What year was that?
Oh, let's see. That was the same year I took my final vows. Or was it right after I took my final vows?
And the year was?
Yes, I do remember the year. It was the same year that Notre Dame came from behind in the Cotton Bowl and beat Houston by 1 point.
Is she talking about football?
Let's hope she's talking about football. It would be really great if you could tell us everything that you know.
You do realize there are privacy issues here.
Sister, please. We're not asking for ourselves, but for Jordan. He's very important to our family. We're trying to protect him.
Very well. I'll tell you what I know. Who brought Jordan to us? She said he was 3 months old and that his name was Jordan Sinclair. She said she was a nurse and that she'd been taking care of the baby in the hospital.
You said that his mother had been killed?
Apparently both parents were. A tragic automobile accident. Annie Weatherby told me that little Jordan had no other family, so she wanted to place him here. Then she requested a position here at the orphanage as well.
Why did she do that?
To be near Jordan. She said under no circumstances would she leave him.
So, Mrs. Weatherby,
The story surrounding the accident sounds like a deliberate fabrication to me. This Weatherby woman must have been Jordan's mother. Didn't that seem obvious to you?
There was gossip of that nature among the staff, but Annie always put a stop to it.
Come on, was it really that big of a taboo to be a single mother even back then?
Annie Weatherby was entirely devoted to the boy. If she was Jordan's mother, she would have been proud to say so under any circumstances. That I'm sure of.
And the last time I ever saw her was the day I left for college.
well, what happened? Did she pass away?
I don't know, but I remember feeling very strangely about leaving her. Everything was happening so quickly, you know, getting accepted to college, leaving the orphanage. I just remember her handing me my suitcase and my plane ticket and telling me that her job was over.
And that was it? No letters or anything?
I wrote to her, but my letters always came back unopened.
Gosh, that's so cold.
The day I left, I told her that I didn't know what I would do without her. She just smiled at me and said, "Don't worry about it, kid. You'll be taken care of."
What did she mean by that?
I have no idea.
We could talk to Annie Weatherby in person?
I haven't seen Annie Weatherby in years. She resigned her position right after Jordan left for college.
Well, she must have left a forwarding address.